I'm the rock hopper, and this time I'm in Utah, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be blah.
Today we're going to explore the beautiful and amazing Buckskin Gulch in southern Utah.
So have a seat on a rock bench, lace up your hiking boots, and let's rock this place. The route starts out pretty easy, going down a little wash. Our first little impediment of the day. All right, here we go. All righty, down we go. No problem. All right, let's go. A first little look at some of the narrows. And then you come around the corner and it's wow up ahead. That's a nice big alcove there. In the alcove you've got little hanging gardens of ferns that are nourished by the seeps of water that trickle through the cracks in the walls. And here we have petroglyphs, bighorn sheep. There's a couple of intrepid backpackers there, Keegan and Nick, who are coming in to spend the night. And this gives you an idea of the size of this alcove and the cliffs above them. A few more petroglyphs there, and a couple more there. And here we have some more modern stuff from the muddy handprint tribe. Someone pecked in what looks to be a very, very long snake petroglyph that just keeps on going and going. A lot of petroglyphs here on this wall. After the petroglyphs, it opens up to the right with a side canyon. But we're not going there. We're going in through here. Yeah, we're going this way. These are the water seeps, and these are what help create the hanging gardens where the ferns grow. Let's get narrow. Oh yeah. Nature's artistry is on display in full form here. Keep your eyes open for nature's beauty not only in the grand scale, but in the tiny details as well. The interplay of light and shadow, form and color is amazing here. Belly buttons in the sandstone. So we've seen some pretty cool stuff so far, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I got a feeling it's gonna get even better. That tree is growing right out of that rock. That rock formation ahead there, it looks to me almost just like an elephant. What do you think? We're walking through like a little subway almost. Very narrow at the top. Well, that's interesting. It's opening back up. I wasn't expecting that. What do you think of that? Maidenhair fern hanging gardens. These ones exposed to the sunlight even. Wherever there's water in the desert, there's life. And you can see the water right there. I just found a bunch of water, and there's plenty of life in it. But I don't think you'd want to drink this water. There are some tadpoles. But mainly, this is home to about 100,000 mosquito larvae. Do you think it's pretty, the way that light dances and shimmers on that rock? All right, it's time to show you a wild edible. Right down here. This plant here, this is called lamb's quarter, and it's very good eating, especially when it's cooked with a little bit of butter. So you just take those and eat them. They're actually, when they're cooked, taste richer than spinach, and it's more nutritious than spinach. So it's a really good wild edible to know. There's a close-up of it for you, so you can identify it. If you know your wild edibles, it can help prevent you ending up like this. Some pretty color in the desert here. Looks like they start out purple and end up white. This is a beautiful desert flower called sacred datura. Native American shamans would use this plant as a hallucinogenic. My advice, and you don't have to listen to me, is you probably don't want to try that, because several people have died trying to use it. If you take a leaf of this and you break it, and you kind of crush it and smell it, it has a pretty nasty, pungent smell, and that should be warning enough. But the shamans knew what they were doing. There's our little friend getting a bit of sun. Just so you know, there is no real trail. The wash itself is the trail. That is your path. And you got to be careful, because at certain times of the year, there will be flash floods. When the flash flood waters come in, raging through, there's no place to hide, no place to escape. And people get swept away and drowned. A snake left his skin behind there when he shed it. The landscape, for now, has definitely opened up. Look at that. To the right. It's like a dark labyrinth through here. Okay, well, that part I just showed you, I guess that wasn't part of Buckskin. It was just another part of some canyons. So this time we're gonna go up this way, and maybe that leads to Buckskin Gulch. Yeah, where that landscape opened up, that was my clue, and I thought, I think the walls are supposed to get narrower, not wider open. So that's when I turned back and checked for this other way. Alright, so we'll try this part and see where it takes us. So maybe this is taking us into Buckskin Gulch now. Look at the log up there, wedged between the rock. What kind of flash flood must it have taken to put that up there? Or maybe it just fell and wedged itself in there like that. Who knows? I'm really digging on the contours of those rocks. Are you? Now there's a log that was definitely wedged up in there by a flash flood. And look how far up it is. Well, you can see just how high that log is up there by the size of the guy beneath it. And there's some people for relative size of this place. Snake. It's what's for dinner. Tarantula hawk wasp alert. Look at those orange wings and that black body. These guys are serious. If you're stupid enough to mess with them, they have a very powerful sting. Got a standing pool of water there. Water out here has the ability to nurture life or eliminate it very quickly. The walls are getting mighty tall. When you walk through here, look up quite often. That was a bat flying around in the daylight. Look at that debris all wedged up in there. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be down in here when it's raining anywhere. That is a ton of debris. Maybe 2 tons. A crack in a rock, a sliver of sand, and a little water is all it takes to grow a plant out here. Another nice alcove of rock and the cliffs. How long do you think it took for water to carve through all that rock? There's our little cliff climber. He's looking for a fly to catch. Look at him wag that tail like a dog. Oh, 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 oh. Get that fly, yeah, get him, get him, get him. Oh, so close. Go get him, go get him, get him, get him. Oh, try again, try again. You can do it, you can do it. Oh well, there's always more flies. It's opened up a bit for a while, but I think it'll narrow back down soon. A little side slot there. It's really opened up wide out here. And now it's gonna narrow down again. When the water pools dry, there's just cracked mud left behind. We're going into the narrow abyss again. Come on! The walls are tall and getting more narrow as we go. This is the view looking up. I'm really liking those patterns and those colors. How about you? It's getting good and narrow now. Always something good around the next corner. Oh yeah. That's pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? What do you think of that? Or that? Just a crack in the rock, and you've got a full-on tree. There's a look at the steep canyon walls again. And what we're going into. Every once in a while, you'll hear the sweet sound of the canyon wren. That was one of our local residents there, living amongst the canyon walls. Sunlight hardly penetrates through into here. Another log lodged by flash floods, way up high. Hi there. If you're gonna rock, it's good to have heart. Look at the way water and wind have sculpted those rocks. And look at all the lines. Nature's beauty is quite evident here. Around every bend, something else to see. And I also try to remember to look behind me as well. It's really narrowing down in here again. I like that. How about you? You like it when the walls get really, really close to each other? Little beetle, you are upside down. And you need to get right side up. Sometimes it's good to lend a hand. Or in that case, a finger. This little guy looks pretty cold. Do I need to put you in the sun? You're not even moving, buddy. Come on, bud. What's going on? You look pretty sluggish, dude. You need to find you some sun or something. Man, you're just not doing too well. I guess we'll put you here. There's a little bit of sun. You don't look too good, dude. What is going on? He's not looking too good. I gave him a little bit of water. He seemed to be drinking it. And I'm trying to warm him up in my hand. Poor little guy. Doesn't have much strength. I'm gonna have to just put you out here, bud, and hope for the best. He ran a little bit, so that's a good sign. I think maybe he just got really chilled or something. Maybe a bit dehydrated. We'll just have to wish our little guy good luck. I keep thinking it's time to turn back. But around every corner, I see something new and pretty. Like this. And this. A pretty little touch of canyon color. This looks interesting. Oh yeah. Pretty dark in this little pocket. Sometimes it seems like it's not even real. It does seem otherworldly, or like a movie set. Won't be long until there's nothing there but mud. This is interesting. It's opened up out into the sun again. And now we're going back into some dark narrows again. This place is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Through the dark and back out into the light again. This time it's steep walls. Very large walls. Sometimes it just looks like it totally dead ends. And then it takes a twist. And then, well, you know how it goes. The canyons keep trying to lure me onward. I want to see what's around the next bend, and the next bend, and the next bend. But it's getting late. I'm about 5 or 6 miles in, and I want to get back to the car before nightfall. This is no place to be in total blackness. So I hope you enjoyed exploring beautiful Buckskin Gulch with me. Click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and I'll keep taking you to the wild side. Until next time, this is a Rockhopper. I'll see ya.